Well, good evening, everyone. You're very welcome to round number 7 of TTML Division 4 here at the Hungary Ring. My name is Graham, and joining me tonight in the commentary booth is Joe, the spinner, core boy. Hi, Joe.
Spinner? What? What are you on about? Oh, yeah, never mind. Yeah,
There you go,
hello
sir.
everyone. Yeah,
Congratulations.
the spinner. It
Uh,
was
I,
just stupid curb. It's just spat me out like.
uh, even if you don't know what we're referring to, the F2 race around Hungary on Wednesday night, where Joe was, as he said, spat out at the turn 3 curb.
Like, I won't mind. I didn't even lose a wheel like either. It was
I
just
know,
so.
yeah, I noticed that. And but sometimes if the hit is big enough on the front, you can still. You must have gone
Yeah, I
absolutely
actually
spearing into that wall.
thought I died actually in that wall. I felt like it had the power.
Well, I would have
You know?
thought that the disappointment would have done more so to that than anything else because you had just moved up, you just moved past me, and you're running
Uh,
in the top eight. I'm pretty sure.
yeah, and then just the F2 bottle happens.
Yeah.
But sure, life goes on.
Yeah, you say that, but like I'm trying to carry the team, Joe, and I need you
Graham, I only
scoring some
moved to fucking.
points.
I only moved to you recently, like.
Well, I need you to start doing more. You're quicker than I am.
Well, you can carry me.
I will try. I'm not very quick
You're
though.
quicker than me in Def 2 cars. I may be quicker in Def 1 cars.
I'm not sure what I prefer, to be honest. I wouldn't mind being quick at the F1 cars. Alas. Joe, we're about to get going. 12 drivers is our turnout so far. We might get one or two more in qualifying, but we'll see. As we load up here on our beautiful loading screen, would you like to go through the top results of last week and then where that leaves us then in the standings?
Division 4, Austria last week. Charlie took the win. DJ Williamson in second and Nadal in third. First leading the way is Charlie on 103 points, followed by Lord Holton with 91. Third, Nicky with 84. Fourth, TGA Cam with 76. Fifth, TTG Kiki with 66. Sixth, DJ Williamson with 64. TTG Storm in 7th with 62. Synchronizer in 8th with 59. Nadal in 9th with 58. And Martin Bell in 10th with 57. Constructors, Racing Point with 141 points. First, second it has with 135. Third is Mercedes with 134. Fourth is McLaren with 130. And fifth is Red Bull with 114. And that's just constructors.
You get great enjoyment out of saying Martin Bell, don't you?
Oh,
I could hear it in your voice.
how do I?
I don't know, you tell me.
Just like saying Bell. That's all.
I'm sure you do. Anyways, so just looking at the title then. So Lord Holton isn't here. Charlie is, so good chance for him to extend his lead. Cam isn't here he's here. Sorry, there's one Haas here. You said there's no Haas here. There's one Haas.
Yeah, he only joined in.
You did, yeah, very late. So we got 13 in the end. Wow, that must have been at the buzzer, so to speak. We have a reserve, a few little reserves tonight, Joe, I believe.
I don't know who. Is it Florian?
I think that's one of them, and Zam in this Ferrari, I believe, is the other one.
Or Zam?
Zam, yeah. Is
What do you do?
Yeah. It's like
Zam.
it's like like X is gonna be weird. Yeah, X is gonna be weird to pronounce, especially as a first word.
Or Ham. No, it's not Ham.
No,
Never
I'd
mind.
be like.
Yeah, never mind. We're just gonna get into qualifying here.
Yes. So Joe, what are you? So good chance for Charlie to extend his lead with Lord Holton not. I'm just realizing on the standings it's only Lord Holt because apparently Lord Holton doesn't fit.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, unfortunately, but Martin Bell does.
Just about. Oh, they had to lose an L though.
Let me get that fixed minute you may sort out, bro.
So, Joe, what are you expecting tonight in terms of times for qualifying? What did you do in Division 2 actually? And it was
Well,
well, you had
it was,
different conditions,
yeah,
weird
dreading.
conditions. That it was wet, but not wet enough for
No, it was,
the intermediates.
no.
But it dried up a little bit at the end, and you got some times came flying. But in normal dry conditions, like we're seeing now, what would you be expecting to see?
I'd say 14s.
14. So we think we'll
14s
see a
at least.
14 tonight.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
As a guarantee.
That's a guarantee. 100% all in.
Wow, I'm glad you're so confident.
Deal or no deal.
What a great show. Okay, you're convinced 14s then. What did you end up doing last night yourself at the end of that session?
Do we really want to talk about it? But okay, last session, coming around this hairpin thing at the last corner here. It's coming out, slicks on, baiting down rain, coming around the last corner, on the power.
Oh, that's right.
The whole wheel just comes off the back of it.
That's right. I remember a Red Bull being sprawled across the track. That was unfortunate. Anyways, here comes Zam. End of the lap, a 15.5 to get us going, which is the benchmark. We'll see how long it takes for that to be beaten. A few people, Joe, trying to do the mediums, which makes sense given the turnout. Makes sense
no.
to do a few.
There's a 14 grand.
Yeah, there's a 14.7.
No, I don't know. I think you just got not going to really any overtaking Graham because Hungary isn't a great place to overtake. If you might know already.
Charlie goes at 14.3. Yeah, I mean, but what would you say is the better strategy? Would you say the mediums to the hards is the better strategy, or softs to hards? Is there time you could find that way, perhaps?
To be honest, I think it's just soft hards just go along.
So you reckon qualify as high as you can?
Yeah. Track position is key.
Yes, I think you are correct. Because we don't know the weather for the race, and don't want to know either. To be fair.
No, either do I. No.
Could be a case where mediums might be the one to start on, and they might go long and see what how the weather does. Where's Conti? Conti coming across the line just to start a lap. There's Mercedes coming across the line. That's Nicky to 15.2. The Renault coming across, which must be just Florian starting a lap, but on medium, so can go for another run. Excuse you of the hiccups.
Yeah,
it's unfortunate.
So quickly, yeah. Unfortunately. Bit of tough day today, you know. Tough day of work.
I see. Joe, there's a quote I remember telling you once.
Oh yeah.
Do you want me to say it again?
Yeah, you might have to say it during the race, I'd say, friend.
I'll spare you because I'm feeling generous and kind, but...
Oh, how sweet.
I know. I can be nice for that.
So Graham, what are the characteristics of this track?
Ooh, Joe, you stole my question for you. I'm just watching Storm come across the line. Do you know what, Joe? I will get into that. I'll see if anyone's on a flying... Key goes into fourth there. I want to pick up someone on a flying lap because it might be easier be easier to explain it that way. Conti's just coming out the last corner here just to complete his lap.
He's finishing lap.
Yep, stick with this. 15.2 puts him up to 6th. Surely there's someone who's going...
Saige's on the out lap and he's in going into turn 5 here.
Excellent. We can use him as an example. He has not set a time yet as Florian goes up to 8th place, getting some consistency on those mediums. I wouldn't want to take too much out of them at this stage. So here's Saigate, a very firm racer as we know, Joe.
Yep.
We'll go on board with him as he starts his... There's not a lot else going on the track at the moment because some few cooldown laps, a few in laps going on. So this is a good time to go on the board and talk about this track. Less challenging in these cars. Oh, Gini Maki's almost lost it. They're coming out of that is turn number 11. Bit more difficult to drive in the F2 cars than the F1 cars, but he goes for a lap. second to last corner, and then key to try and get yourself a decent run out of the last one to kind of throttle as soon as possible. It's optimizing your line to get the throttle as early as possible, trying to take as much speed as possible heading down towards the turn, because there's going to be high wings being run here. Into turn one, nice wide entry. You want to be careful, especially sometimes opening that DRS, because if you open it too soon, you get the throttle too soon. If you're using no traction, that can kick up a bit of a fuss on the back end, because the activation point is actually kind of still midway through the corner. But relatively carefree through turn 3. This is the corner of challenge for a lot of people. It's turn 4, an uphill, not blind, but it's a challenging right-hander. And the other characteristic of this track is just bit side gate there. It's the auto spin curve of turn 5. So this sector, if you can survive this part of the track, that turn 4, 5 in this area, the chicanes of turns 6 and 7, where if you can keep your lap valid, you'll be doing well. After that though, a few left to right-handers, and then head up to the right-hander of turn 11, where you want to try and use as much of the track as possible, but without invalidating. But we want to scrub up as little speed as possible as well at the same time. That can be a challenge. And then last two corners, nothing really to say home about. Some people prefer the tighter line. Again, whatever gets you on the throttle quicker, I suppose, is the way to go. And then last turn we already went over. So it can definitely look as a track that can be pretty merciless. It can definitely spit you up if you don't treat it with the respect. I'm just looking at Trixie on a lap that is invalid. Is that Charlie on a lap? Yes, let's go more with Charlie actually, going through the chicane. Don't take that curve is raised a little bit, feels like. Don't want to take too much out of that. You could literally cut it last year.
Yeah, oh yeah, absolutely shafted.
Quite nastily as well. This is he's got away with it too. Wow, he went just marginally wide at turn 11, but he got away with it. That's the limit, literally the limit. He's gone purple in sector 2, so it looks like Charlie could be extending his lead if this goes well. Wide entry, swoop it in, just under half lock there, not too bad. Very hooked up, and comes across the line to set a 13.9, which is the quickest by far.
Wait, 8 times Graham.
I am curious, so I'm going to look up what the Division 3 pole time was. Who's on a lap we can quickly go on board with. Key to starting a lap. We'll do that. Because I'm actually interested what pole was for Division 3.
I'm not sure now.
It was dry, I know that much for sure. It looks like it could be a 13.7, 13.5, 13.3 from Mashiro was the Division 3 pole position. So, as you'd expect, a little bit ways off, but I don't know if anyone else will get into the 13s. We'll have to see. Hopefully, someone does. Purple sector here, I believe, for Key in Sector 1. Of course, his best time has been done on the mediums, a 15.1 at that, so just 4/10 off of the next highest runner. Oh, the back end, wanting to escape. Just like, I was trying to think of some sort of simile with the noise.
Yeah, so was I actually. I was trying to think myself.
Yeah, describe whatever noise he just made. But 6 up through Sector 2, and always gone deep a little bit, heading into the third last corner, which I believe is turn 13. No, it's turn 12. 14 corner
turn
track.
13.
To turn 13 is the second last corner.
13, 14, ooh.
14.3, but you'd agree with time to find. I'm looking at the official F1 site. They don't count that little kink that Key's coming through now as a turn. So this is technically turn 2. Which is weird as DJ Williamson goes third, which is weird because they count the kink of Austria as a turn. And the second braking zone is turn 3, when in the past it's been turn 2. 14.6 for Nicky, so a few improvements we found. 6 minutes remaining in the session. So that's why, Joe, it's a 14 turn trackaroo. And nice. Donnelly, yeah, like that, for a segue. Rhymes. He actually wasn't finishing a lap, he was an invalid lap, but I just thought that was a fishing...
Shut up, yeah.
I thought that was a fishing segue. It was clever, no?
I don't know, Graham. I don't know, man. I'm just watching the cars go around.
Can't see me getting a lap on
Graham, what
soft.
do you now I haven't seen the track myself, but is Tuscan, is that the or the Tuscan? Is that it? In real life F1?
This weekend's race is the Tuscany Grand Prix, yeah.
Where is that?
It's Mugello in Italy.
So it's in a different track altogether than like Monza, like, or is it the same track?
Yes, it's a different track than Monza,
Okay.
most definitely.
And what do you? I haven't even seen the track myself. What do you think of it? What do you think of practice 1, practice 2?
I got to watch both of them, to be fair. I'm not
What
sure
do
if
you
we
like
get a
it?
ton of overtaking, but the drivers really love it. It's a punishing track, as Lando Norris found out, but you make a mistake, gravel is near, the walls are near enough. It's like Suzuka, but a little more demanding than Suzuka, but
Oh, interesting.
it looks like a very interesting track. The tyre deck should be interesting as well, but here comes Conti then coming across the line. It's going to be a 14.8, puts him up into 6th. I'm more interested to see the F2 go around there, to be honest, because...
Oh, of course, Sharon is. Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the tyres
yeah.
are different, the deck is different.
Who
They're
cares about F2? Sorry,
they're
but
able to follow the... It's better racing, they're able to follow the car, each other better, so more chance of overtaking than
I'm
the F1 cars. But that's just
I'm more of a Formula E guy myself now.
really...
No.
I didn't think so. Anyways, Charlie starting another lap. This will probably be his last run. He's gone early on this one, to be fair. 3 minutes left. He's not, unless he, well, no, even if he bails in the end of this lap, he's not going to get another run around. Let's just have a quick check on anyone else on a potential lap.
Storm, I think.
Yes,
Martin Bell's starting one.
You are correct. Storm is on lap. Weaves nicely through the chicane, which is, I think, a little easier to not invalidate this year because you're not as tempted to run over those curbs as you were last year.
Yeah.
So that might be a blessing in disguise. Ooh, back end one to step away there for Storm. He's 1.3 up, which would push him around 8th, 9th. See what he can do. It's a yellow flag for a Mercedes off the track, which would be, of course, his teammate, and actually it's a retirement because Nicky is, I'm guessing, lost it coming out of turn 4. And on the outside there, I can see a turn 5.
Ooh, a Storm goes third.
Third for Storm. I can't see where that Mercedes is. Let's see if...
Charlie bolted.
On the left-hand side. So that's, yeah, so lost it coming out of turn 4, and I will see what happened to Nicky. So Charlie is in the pits then. And that's going to be it. He's not going to get another chance to do another run. It's not enough time.
Martin Bell has come across the line here, Graham. On a set of meads. A 14.7. Oh, that's not too bad.
It's a pretty decent time. Very decent time for Mr.
Martin
Bell. I regret saying that. Martin Bell.
Well, yeah, Graham. Martin Bell. Not Mr. Bell. Martin Bell.
Yeah, thanks. So Charlie's done then. Key is 4 tenths down, starting a lap. I think I'm a little frantic on track, but we'll stick with this. A lot of other people on out laps at the current moment.
I believe Charlie is on the way out, Graham.
Will he have time? Wow, I didn't think the turnaround would be that quick, to be fair, but he's going to make it. Key is pushing here, and he went purple through sector 1, but this sector 2 has been a little less inspiring. Want to ride that curve on the outside there of any out of turn into turn 8. Sweeping through, nicely done. The purple sector 2, but surely that can't be correct because and he's lost the back end, and he can keep out of the wall. Slams on the brakes and keeps it out of the wall, but bit touch and go. He has enough ERS to go around again. I'm not going to suspect a no.
It was correct, Graham. He was faster than Charlie in the first sector.
He was, yeah, but that is like 200s, I believe, in sector.
2 tenths. It's not a 10th.
Sorry, he's 200 up on his previous best. Could still be yeah,
Oh,
14.3 for Trixie puts him onto the second row of the grid. Not a bad time at all for the Renault driver. Key is going again. MRS might be okay, to be fair. We'll have to see. One more run for Conti. Last 30 seconds. So I believe the first person to complete a lap, once the checker flag is out, will be Zam. 15.2. See then what can be done. Everyone else then, well, most people are out on, well, everyone who's not retired is out on track rather. So Cam's going to start outside the top 10 then on
3 choices higher.
3 choices higher. Here's checker flag then. 15.1 for Zam, who does not improve his track position. So he stays in 10th. The Renault of Trixie, we believe, is on an in-lap. Something doing there. Donnelly won't improve anymore. Somewhere in the wall back there. Which means then Conti be the next one coming through. It's through turn 13. Not sure if he's up in his time enough. He's going to complete the lap. Check flag is out. Of course, well-known glitch in this game.
Yeah.
Second row for Conti though, a 14.5, but he's displaced immediately by DJ Williamson. And Florian then bumps Zam out of the top 10. So here comes Charlie then. So no one's going to beat Charlie, it seems. And can he beat himself? He's just up on his time. Can he do it? Yes, it's a 13.8, but it is just a victory lap because he already had pole position. No one came close to taking that away from him, and he is on pole position ahead of Key in second by almost half a second. Trixie then in third, DJ Williamson in fourth, Conti in fifth, Storm in sixth, Nikki 7th, Florian in 8th, Martin Bell on mediums is in 9th, excellent lap for him on mediums, and Donnelly is in 10th to round out the top 10. He'll be followed by Zam, Cam and Cygate.
Zam, Cam and Cygate. Zam, Cam. So Graham, I'm predicting a charity win.
Normally I wouldn't go the same as you, but it's hard not to, isn't it?
Oh no, you can. Martin Bell is a good show.
I can, but I won't. It is over. It's not. Well, I wouldn't say it's overcast, but it's not. The sun isn't exactly beaming down either, but it is dry. But yeah, there's no point not voting Charlie.
Yeah, it's a dominant display in qualifying.
How about this then? Who would you predict for the podium? So we both agree Charlie's going to win this race.
Right, okay. DJ Williamson in second.
Ooh, okay.
And Key or Trixie in third.
I am going to predict Charlie, Key, and DJ Williamson in that order.
Get your bets in, boys. €100 to the winner.
Are you paying?
No.
Well then, why would you say it?
And nobody on the hard tire.
No on the hard. It's a little surprising.
I would have bolted on a set of hards. Like, it won't be too bad. Like, you get a... Excuse me. You go along. I know there might be safety car, but like, just go along. Like,
yeah, the obvious worry with going on the hards, of course, is an early safety car, which would completely screw you. Well,
not really. Like,
actually, do you know what? This is one of the tracks where it wouldn't as much. Depends what the mediums. Or sorry, the softs, Joe, go how long on this track?
7. Well, the predicted strategy is 6 to 8 laps, but Alonso last night did 11 laps on them.
So as long as your safety car isn't before then, so to speak, is in like maybe lap 5 or 6 or something, where you can obviously then shift from the softs and go and hards to the end, then that's a situation where the hards you would be screwed over by a safety car. But a lap 1 safety car would definitely not as much hurt you on around here, but everyone's gone for mediums anyway. Here's your predicted strategy. 16 laps on mediums, 16:23. They recommend apparently. Not that I'd ever go 23 laps on mediums and then do hard for the last 12 laps. But
cheers, no. I hope.
But that's the kind of time we're looking at, so we shall see. No one in the top 5 has got medium, so they will. They don't have to worry about that.
well,
It's a long enough run down to turn 1, to be fair. So a chance to make up positions and a chance for Martin Beljo to even lose some as well. But luckily for him, he's only got one person behind him on softs, which is Donnelly. Everyone else behind him on the mediums. Right, here we go then. 35 laps, Joe. Are you ready?
Yep.
Are you steady?
3, 4, 5. And it's lights out and away we go. Graham, take it.
Good start for Key. He's going to be alongside Charlie heading down to turn 1. DJ Williamson's got a really good start as well, so not the best start for Charlie. He's going to be swamped in turn 1. It seems a lot of ghosting going on. But it looks like, is that DJ Williamson coming through to take the lead? It is. DJ Williamson from 4th, I think, on the grid, storming through. Oh, stellar start for the Alfa Romeo drive. He leads ahead of Key, and I think that's is that Storm or Nicky in 3rd? I'm not 100% sure. It is Storm. There it is. Order finally updating itself. So it is DJ Williamson ahead of Key, as Storm, Trixie, Charlie dropping all the way down to 5th place. So not a good start for Charlie. Not a great track to drop behind either. He's going to have to make some overtakes to get this win. But Joe looked fairly clean, all things considered here.
Oh, it's like I go down the middle. Oh, yeah, it was a lot of ghosting, so there was at the start. So that may be why wasn't any contact or collisions. But grass, or Cam is doing some grass cutting. It's seriously like after cutting across that again. What's going on? Oh,
Key is round. Where is he? There he is. He's had a spinaroo somewhere. His wing looks okay though, so he's lost track position, but he is free to carry on. Maybe got on one of the curbs potentially. So DJ Williamson then leading away. Storm, Trixie, and then Charlie, and then Conti just behind that. A lot of ghosting going on. As Zam and Donnelly. This is a battle for P12. Zam getting Donnelly onto the outside stuff. See if Donnelly will have a go down the inside. Actually, going to scratch that for a second. The timing screens are messing me up already. It's lap 2, by the way, not lap 3. There it is. It's just fixed itself. So DRS not enabled. Wow, that's an early 3-second penalty.
And that's Cam in the wall. Turn 5.
Remarkably, he's got no damage. His tyres will be in very good nick. And Zam is off the track as well. And Florian's off the track. It's all kicking off. No one can stay on the track, it seems, on lap 2. 3-second penalty for Nicky as well. Joe, it's all kicking off.
Oh, it is. Oh, it's kicking off. Like Fulham and Arsenal kicking off tomorrow.
Wow. Brilliant. I reckon. Sorry, Joe. I reckon that inside curve that Trixie's just kissed on the second to last corner, I think may have been where Key may have come undone. But DRS is enabled this lap now. I'm just guessing, of course, but that would be maybe a guess. That's one of the curves that if you get too close to it, yeah, it can spit you out. But DRS is enabled now, and everyone in the top 4 are within DRS of each other.
Yeah, Martin Bell's after making up 3 positions to him. Of the
DRS himself. You have to hope that maybe either Conti can either join the fray, or perhaps Conti might pitch in a few laps, get out of his way that way, because he doesn't want to lose too much time behind this Red Bull if possible. On this strategy, of course, easy to lose a lot of time here if you're stuck behind someone who doesn't quite have the pace of the front runners, and then obviously with the difficulty it is here to overtake, you can't get stuck as everyone else pulls away from you. So, Trixie gotten very back in one to get away from there, but he did catch it, but couldn't catch the car going wide out of turn 11. So I'm sure warnings and penalties will be racking up as the action goes, and I'm suspecting, Joe, there's going to be quite a few penalties to go around today.
Oh, and Charlie's after hitting that curve on the right hand side, nearly put him into the wall. As that brings Conti up to the back from and Martin Bell and Nicky and Key.
That's exactly what Conti and Martin Bell needed. DRS is now enabled. Charlie's going defensive, but the straight line speed, even with a bit of overtake, Conti just didn't have it. Nothing else doing, so maybe heavy wings being run possibly on that Red Bull to try and help with overall lap time. But in terms of overtaking, block up from Conti then, inviting Martin Bell to go through, but space just wasn't quite there for the Racing Point to slide through. Plenty of ERS for Martin Bell. He's sitting in a very pretty position, but won't want to cut too many corners like that, otherwise there will be consequences. 3-second penalty to be exact.
Or a 5-second.
If you blitzed it, possibly, yeah.
Yep.
Again, tell you what, Storm might be held up here. Someone by DJ Williamson. Storm's pace is
He looks quicker,
good.
to fair, Graham. He looks quicker so far.
Definitely putting the pressure on that Alfa Romeo. Has used a bit of his ERS though, over half of it. DJ Williamson sitting in comfortable reserves. Let's see what the exit out of this last corner. He needs to be really good. He needs to be about maybe 4 or so tenths. He's in dirty air.
That is dirty. Oh, and Trixie's coming down his inside. Maybe.
Yes.
Yes.
Not to use overtake.
No.
I'm just sticking with it for the time being. Oh, he's gone a little bit deep, a Storm. And now Trixie will have DRS. I'm sure he'll lose overtake this time. He does on the outside, which could be inside then for turn 3. Let's see. Outside the 2. Ooh, Storm came over a little bit, didn't he? And this keeps the position for now. Not sure how impressed Trixie will have been with that. Much wider entry there for Storm. You can see the difference in benefit it has for him compared to Trixie, who exceeded the track limits there out of turn 4. And now they're all, from 1st to 9th, they're all within DRS of each other. So even, I think maybe held up somewhat. And now they're all within DRS of each other.
Yeah, Storm is nearly out DRS himself.
Struggling in dirty air a bit, but at this stage, Joe, would you be thinking of an undercut, and when might you be looking
right
to
now.
activate
Right
it?
now.
Right now.
Get into the pits. If you're in a train, get in.
Let's see what the story is. End of lap 5. Oh, Storm back end, want to step away. He's going to come into the pits, as is Trixie. Conti, Charlie are going to carry on. Martin Bell obviously carry on as well. Nicky will carry on, as will Key. So, a couple of people taking the plunge then, Joe. Lap 5.
Plunge
lap 6.
I think they'll do it though, Graham. The hards are good around here though. Oh, as Martin Bell was going for a lunge on Conti.
So side by side. It's a bit of a drag race though. Try to switch back to the inside line. It's Martin Bell, but thinks better of it. Hard for Storm, mediums for Trixie.
2-stop, Graham.
Which is a 2-stop indeed. Interesting choice. See how that works out. He's also come out just behind Storm. He doesn't have to overtake Storm, which it'll be easier said than done. But he'll have to do that. He'll have to overtake Storm if he wants to make that work,
he
at
will.
the very least. That's where it starts. So it's a risky one, given the track and his positioning. Have to keep a close eye on that. But how does everyone else respond now? If we look at that Racing Point dance, and well, can't respond with penalties. That won't help anyone's cause. But gap is broken, so yeah, obviously the gap is a little bit more because of some people in the between pitted. What is the response though? Everyone was susceptible to undercuts at that stage. I believe the race leader is coming in. Charlie's going to carry on. Conti will come in. Martin Bell will carry on. Nicky's carry on. And obviously Key has to carry on with his teammate into the business. Saige on mediums behind him. Saige running in not too shabby of a position here on these medium tyres, but I can't quite out-drag Key. Heading down towards turn 1. Let's have a quick look at Trixie then, see what kind of the exit is like on those medium tyres compared to those hards. Overtake enabled. Actually, I think he's just going to go for it. And I don't think Storm's going to fight it. Nip to the right hand side. This is a very important move for Trixie, to be fair. They're ahead of Conti. And it was switchback, I think, attempted here by Storm, but doesn't have the traction on the tyres. Trixie is through, and that was a very important overtake for him.
Tyres will be cold for the first few laps. They'll have to get the temperature to get themselves going. But near the end, it'll be alright.
this is a weird one for Trixie because he has to overtake basically everyone he was behind, basically.
Yeah.
To make this work, he has to clear the net race leader, which at the moment is DJ Williamson. But see Martin Bell right behind Charlie. You can see how those softs have deteriorated in their performance, and Charlie is going to pit this lap. He's followed by Nicky and Key as well. So leaves Martin Bell to a bit of clear to stretch. He's going to be there for a few laps yet. Let's see what the strategy call is here. Looks like hards for both. There's mediums for Nicky actually, but hards for Key, hards for Charlie. Where's DJ Williamson? He's coming out. Where's Trixie actually? So they come out, and he's going to dive.
He's going down the inside.
Oh, the contact is made. Whew, do or die stuff. Trixie is through. A very important move to make. Not sure how clean it was, but Trixie is through.
Yeah, Nicky's gonna have to do the exact same thing. Get past 5 cars.
Starting with Key.
Yeah.
So, excuse me. So I'm guessing then the run on these is to about lap 27, 28.
On mediums, what's that lap?
Would you do mediums or would you do medium soft?
Medium, I'd say.
So medium, then you're looking at maybe lap what? Maybe lap 20?
21. Yeah. Maybe he might try it, but I think the tires would just die off. Being honest.
Well, Storm in the back of DJ Williamson. To be fair, the one advantage Storm would have at the moment is that his tyres a little more up to racing speed than DJ Williamson's, and got close heading into turn 1, not quite close enough. And Charlie's close to the back of Conti, but not close enough. So Conti's jumped Charlie then.
Yes.
He was definitely behind. I know that much for sure.
He was, Graham.
So that's worked out well for Conti. Nicky then 8/10 behind Key. Have to try and make the most of this quickly before Key catches up to the back of Charlie and gets within DRS. That'd be a big problem it'd be an enormous problem to be on a 2-stop and get caught up in the DRS train. At least Trixie is cleared the traffic and it can go, whereas Nicky's at the back of that train and it's going to be very difficult to move up through it in a DRS train.
DJ Williamson is struggling on these tires, Graham. Just watching Storm. DJ Williamson squabbling and squirreling out the corners.
Might be only a matter of time. See what the exit of the last corner is like. Storm got close last time, but it seems to be falling so much closer this time. There's ERS to do the job as well, which he now activates. And I think, see what happens. Closing speed is
Down
good.
inside.
Space left,
Space.
to be fair. That's half-hard stuff though, like Storm deactivated that ERS, like a bit further, like you could have used that further down the straight, it would have got the job done. The closing speed was quick. It may have taken a while to close up, but the closing speed was there, and he hadn't been so half-hard about either that and the move itself into turn 1.
DJ Williamson!
Judy Mack almost lost that one. Hadn't been so half-hearted, maybe you could have had that move into turn 1, Joe.
Yeah, you would have, and would have gave him a bit more breathing room, but like this 30 air is not really helping him either.
No, it's allowing Trixie to get away. It's got almost 3 seconds now, and look, this 2-stop.
It's allowing Conti, Charlie, Key, Nicky to all close up.
Look, this 2-stop is difficult enough to make work as it is. They don't need to help the 2-stoppers by squabbling like this and losing all this time. So, we need to get this job done quickly. Although Charlie seems to be hounding back of Conti, who I think is just out of DRS range. Just about. So, let's see now, Storm is 6/10 back now, so he's not even close to making a move this time, but who is close to making a move is Charlie, and with that DRS and ERS, Conti goes defensive. Charlie trying to drive around the outside. He's going to get a good run. Good run. DRS, of course, as well. ERS to pull him along. Lonjo down the inside. He should go for it. Oh, but the contact was there. Oh, it's very close. The trees are shielding as Nicky and Key are squabbling away. That's for P9, and Key just about staying in front there. But then Nicky almost found a way through. Tense stuff down there.
Yeah, TJ Williamson's doing a bit of grass cutting himself there at turn 5. Well, turn 6, sorry. 6, 7. I believe it is.
Chicane, 6 and 7.
Yeah, just before that.
Storm's a bit closer this time around. Can he hang with TJ Williamson out of the last corner is the question. Of course, all this is squabbling going on. Martin Bell is allowed to, you know, keep going. Problem is Martin Bell, he's got to make overtakes to get this done. Because obviously the undercut these guys will gain with the fresher tyres will mean as such. But let's see what then, a bit more aggressively on the defence this time, TJ Williamson. And again, Storm, if he just eked out a bit more of his ERS, he'd have a chance down into turn 1. If he sent it, and oh, Charlie is lost out big time here. I wonder if he's coming together then with Conti possibly, and or just maybe lost the back end. Either way, he's now at the back of this train. That will help Nicky move up the field as he continues the fight with Key.
Cam is closing up the Saigate.
Battle for P2. Of course, top 3 are yet to pit. I believe they are the only ones yet to pit. So we see them in shortly. Well, Saigate's diving in now, which is a little early. I would have thought maybe on mediums, but the hards will go to the end regardless. Stops a little early on the pit entry. Lost a second or so perhaps. Time. Hard tyres, of course. Where will he come out then?
And here comes Storm. Oh, never mind. I thought.
No, it's just
he's on the way.
There is a side-by-side action though. It is Key and Conti heading down to turn 1. 2 Red Bulls. Not sure if that was coordinated or not, but Key is through, leaving Conti into the clutches of Nicky on those medium tyres. Saigate coming out 4 seconds behind where this group are. Well, where Charlie is rather, which is a second behind that. So what's going on with Charlie then? Like, we thought convincingly he was the quickest in qualifying. He hasn't been helped by his start, but just can't quite get it together.
I believe he doesn't have any DRS. Like, his DRS is broken.
Well, look at that, heading down this straight. In the meantime though, Storm again in that second range, but now he's got Key on his back rather than Conti. And I wonder if this Red Bull might make life for him a little bit difficult. He might have to look in his rear view mirrors before looking in the front view. You thought I was going to say front view mirrors, huh? No, nothing.
No, I didn't know.
Nothing. Let's just have a look at Charlie then. His
no,
DRS is activated, so he had a problem. It's fixed now.
He wasn't activated for the second detection.
I actually don't know if it's the second detect. I actually can't remember the second detection zone. If it's the 1 detection zone, yeah, I think it's just the 1. Yeah, the map the track map I'm using here says it's just the 1 detection zone, which means he wouldn't have it. If he's overtaken, then he wouldn't be able to have it coming out of turn 1.
Really?
The information
Storm was right.
Ooh, it's a penalty for it. And the information I'm looking at is the track map on the official F1 site, which says 1 detection zone. So Storm back end wanted to snap away there through the chicane, but Key is very much on the front foot. Storm looking backwards rather than forwards. I actually have
Bell pits.
Go for the lead race. I actually haven't been utilising the because you can actually do this game. You can actually look backwards now and side and left. So I'm going to do that from the view of Storm because why not? I love this camera view. but I had to train myself not to use it in both 2018 and 2019. So, not a bad run. He's
Martin
got a
Bell
really
is going
good
to come
chance.
out 3rd place.
Oh, he is indeed. It's worked out very well. Oh, it's ghosting action. Key's gone through Storm. Oh no,
Oh my
no,
God.
never mind. There was must have been lag. My goodness, that was jarring. Still in 6th place though. You know, for like a second to last
Oh,
for
and Cam is off the
Cam.
spin curve.
Any damage to the wing? Wing looks fine, so he's just lost it on the auto spin curb of turn 5. And continue on his merry way. So Trixie is 2 seconds ahead of Martin Bell, about 6 seconds
It
ahead
is
of...
coming down rapidly, Graham.
6 seconds ahead of this squabble for P4. So Martin Bell from 9th place could be looking a very tasty race win here.
For a big dub.
We'll have to see though. As again, DJ Williamson. As Key, Key was a big X on my screen. I don't know if he's disconnected or not. As Cam Pitts. See then to the rear view of this Alfa Romeo. See what Storm's closing speed is like. DJ Williamson go defensive. Storm much later on the brakes. He's going to try for switchback. Doesn't need to use any more ERS as Nicky and Conti side by side. And down towards turn number 2.
I believe Key legged out.
Yeah, because I've lost all timing.
Yeah, he's back in now.
I think maybe next time I go across the start finish line I might even out. But Nicky's up to 6th then. And that's exactly what he needs to do. But still, with a stop to go, I reckon this 2-stop is not going to work out too well for Nicky on this occasion.
Oh, and Martin Bell picks up a penalty.
Could be decisive. We'll have to
No,
see
he's
how
purple.
that works out. Fresher tyres, of course, of everyone else on track, bar Cam, but of course near the front.
Closing in Trixie.
I reckon that gap will be under 2 seconds by the time we get our timings back. But the battle again for P3 and beyond is looking fascinating as well. 18 flat, 1.4 seconds back. Last we knew of it, he was around 2.2. So that's where things stand. Charlie's going to go for a move on Conti. Around the outside, Conti goes defensive. DRS then opened again on that McLaren, but straight line speed to send it down the inside to turn 2. No, not enough. Charlie has to be content with sitting behind the gearbox of that Red Bull, at least for another lap or so, unless Conti makes a mistake.
Yeah, I believe Martin Bell's catching instantly. Gap and DJ Williamson as well.
Yeah, I reckon that's Nicky's like 3rd penalty at least.
Yeah, I think we can see a disqualification soon.
You never quite know.
Unfortunately.
This gap, though, you're right, as you say, Joe, is now within the second. And the 6.5 gap, to be honest, does Trixie really need to fight this? I know it's for the lead of the race, but you'll surely know Martin Bell's going to the end of the race and he has to stop again. His fight now is more so with
very
those behind.
Good exit. Very good exit. Oh, Conti! It's in the wall!
He is in the wall, but he's got his front wing, so I'm guessing possibly another victim of either the curb or Charlie's gone for a move and maybe they've collided. But change lead has happened, Joe. Martin Bell, as we were just switching over, ran past that Renault, and well, that's the only thing that's...
What damage?
The only thing for Conti, no, I don't believe so. The only thing that would stop Martin Bell from winning this race is himself, really.
Cam flies past Saige. Up into P8.
It's turn 4 as well, not bad. For Cam, turn into a decent little recovery drive here. But still, Joe,
yeah, for
as it has been for me a lap now, the cork in the bottle is still DJ Williamson, and whilst DJ Williamson still holds this group behind, that is only good news for the front two. More specifically, it's good news for Trixie, who has to stop again.
Yeah. How long is the pit stop? About 18, 12,
18 or
14
20 seconds, right?
Yeah, I don't know that, I think. I'm not quite sure now. So I get picked up a penalty.
And Cam already on the back of Charlie, of course, on much fresher tyres. Just on the fast lap of the race as well, so you can overtake around here. You just have to have significantly better tyres, as Cam and Martin Bell are showing. Whereas if you're on the same tyres as everyone behind DJ Williamson is showing, a little bit more difficult to overtake. And Cam putting the pressure on Charlie and through the chicane, but nothing quite. I'm just going to spam this rear view camera because it's too much fun.
Not really. Oh, okay.
It is. Talk about it. It's a really cool view. Key very close to the back of Storm. Of course, has been the case for a while, but not as close as this. See what the exit is like. I know the problem is he's going to have DRS in front, but maybe the overspeed might be close enough to where he might be able to do it anyways with slipstream. Let's see what happens. Let me go for the send. No, he's too far back. It's very inviting turn one, where it does invite a send, as a no send required for Cam. Moves up into 7th place. So Cam working his way through quite nicely through this field. Cam could still get, you know, he's going to move ahead of Trixie and Nikki when they pit on their medium. That's top 5 at the moment.
It's good results at the moment.
More to come though, I think, given Nikki's penalties, and who knows after that. Wonder how DJ Williamson feels. This is a very very impressive drive, because I think it's fair to say he's not. I think if some of these guys behind him were to get past him, they would be driving up the road. But he's doing well to sustain this level of pressure and still hold on to a podium finish at the moment.
Trixie is in, Graham.
So we said lap 20-21, didn't we?
Yep, we did.
So that's medium indeed. Now, good gap. So so Trixie's this first stint has gone very well for this technically second stint.
Come on, 10th. No, 11th maybe.
His teammates just going past the pits. That stint went well in the sense that the gap he needed kind of emerged. Now he's actually not that far off of this whole group, because if you look at the gap to the leader, he's 23 seconds behind Martin Bell, and that'll put him about 10 or so seconds behind that, 10, 11, 12 seconds behind that big gaggle for third. So, which I think he definitely make up. As Cam looking to make up some ground on Nikki. Now, don't get me wrong, I still would have done one stop regardless. But
oh yeah.
This two stop.
Oh, DJ Williamson is struggling, Graham. He is having a horrible time in that sector.
Storm right behind.
He's picked up penalty as well.
He did.
Storm has to get a good exit out of this. Put the foot to the floor and let's go. Maximum speed. Max power.
Well, he can use max power. He's got no ERS left.
Oh, will it be alright?
He's going to try and send around the outside.
No.
He needs to cut that off, and nothing doing. DRS then for Storm, I think, is beginning to show his frustrations a little bit more as Cam dives down the inside on Nikki, other Mercedes, into turn 2, moves up into P5 then. So Cam, strong drive from outside the top 10 continues, and you can see the podium in front of him. But frustration building here, Joe, it seems, behind DJ Williamson.
Yeah, it is. It is from all the ways. They just need to work together, I think. And Storm picks up another penalty.
I'm actually glad this is the way it broke down, because it's a very interesting, interesting race.
What do you mean?
Well, I've got some close action for multiple positions.
Yeah, well, it gets boring. Like, it's going to be the same stuff. Like, you know, Martin Bell has just gone on holidays there, and he's 13 seconds ahead.
He is, but look, for 13 drivers, you could I could think of a lot. I could think of less entertaining races in this one.
That's like he's into the pits. Cam is on his way. No, he's not going to overtake. Yours might as well be gone out the window. As Key, cuts the corner.
So medium tyres obviously for Nicky. Emerge then behind Conti in 11th. So that's where we stand. Lap 23 of 35. Martin Bell basically has this race under wraps. Behind him is a fierce battle for
Cam is closing rapidly, Graham. He's
second.
basically pushing Key through them corners.
Second and third. He's got 8 lap fresher tyres than these guys, and that will start to pay dividends as the race carries on from this point, basically. The problem is, though, he's got to get a really good run heading out of the last corner, because Key's going to have DRS on Storm. So, unless he's got some... And obviously, look, he's got... You can see the deployment.
We know there's battle brewing here, Graham, as well. Sygate and Trixie.
Oh, we do. This is her position, of course. Let's just stick with the front group first, and then we'll catch Trixie going down the straight. Anything doing here? Can't look at close. So you kind of weave around.
Yeah, nothing you can really do, Graham, with that DRS train, kind of.
Not from his
Trixie.
perspective, no. And the outside should be able to get this done. Camera, please. There they are. And didn't see any of it because the camera was rubbish. I thought Cam was going to have a little look heading up towards turn 4, but backed out of it. But we definitely sense that he could go a lot quicker than any of these guys in front. And he has to try and be patient. I believe it was Murray Walker that said this is like Monaco, but without the walls. Even though the walls are pretty close.
Well, like the close walls.
Monaco without the boats, I would have gone for, but...
And the water.
Well, it depends what day it is.
The water out in the river there.
The river.
The lake.
The lake.
We're back to racing here, Graham, anyways.
I think the sea
Storm is much closer to DJ Williamson here.
He is. This looks like his best chance yet, doesn't it? DJ Williamson goes defensive again. If he had any ERS, he could actually do something.
Oh, he goes for it! He goes miles wide, and Key gets past, would he? Oh, he's side by side action. And he just slips in behind, and Cam might be going around the outside. Think about no.
So Kia, critical difference there is Kia and ERS actually pull alongside.
Oh, and Cam gets a much better exit, and Cam is going. Oh, it's going to be the end of tears. Oh!
More contact, and he is through. How will Storm take to that? Oh, he's tapped the back end of that car, almost losing it, almost putting them both into a wall. That was very exciting stuff there, Joe. You could barely contain yourself.
Yeah, sorry, Graham. Just trying to get hyped up for this race.
So, finally, some change then. Cam is weaving away. Not sure if it's that. I'm assuming that's in displeasure, but finally, then a difference then at the top end. So now it's going to be Key's turn to try and have a crack at DJ Williamson. Although he might want to get a move on because he might not have the opportunity for long because Cam obviously has got pace to burn. As closing speed, how is it for Key? See what the exit is like out of turn 1. DRS open. Nothing doing quite yet.
Oh, 1 second.
No worries. So lap 26 of 35, Martin Bell clear out front, very much so. But the battle for second and third and beyond still very much to be decided. And now it's Key that has a chance to do something about this second place after Storm sat behind for well, many laps and could not get the job done. Oh, and Key's lost it. Oh, he's out of the race. Wow, that front wheel just popped off. Wow, what the hell happened there? And the VSC is deployed. Now, will anyone take advantage of this? Martin Bell's past the pit lane. Wow. That was very weird. I have no idea what happened. We are under VSC. Anyone coming into the pits? Key is out of this race, Joe.
How?
I do not know what happened, but he lost it coming out. Something happened in the second chicane, and it was gone. No one coming into the pits though, which is really not surprising. It was funny, like the wheel just popped off. He was in the barrier, and then the wheel just popped. Like he was still, and then the wheel popped. Yeah. Go look at it if you haven't seen it. So yeah, under Green Flag Racing once again. I thought there was a comment that was pop up on YouTube there, but I don't see it. So that's a strange one. But anyways, we are racing once again. I have no idea because I don't think Key was in the position to make a move heading into that chicane. So I'm going to say that that part wasn't it. So I've only been guessing. So I've no idea. But still, the gap between DJ Williamson and the next car behind, which is now Cam, is less than a second. And I would say Joe Cam is going to have a much better chance of anyone else who's driven up behind DJ Williamson so far to have a go and actually take this place.
Yeah, I think Cam's much faster.
I think
oh yeah, Key. Yeah, never mind.
I think he's going to go straight through.
Okay, much better, like way better exit.
Yeah, this is going to be what's taken Storm and Key many laps is going to take Cam less than 1, and that's the tyre difference for you. And he is through, and well, he can try and settle into a quiet P2. Joe, do you see the second comment on YouTube there? I can't see anything other than your comment.
Yeah, 2 of the comments are mine.
Oh, it popped up 3.
Oh, sorry, yeah, you can't see the other one.
No, neither can I. I was just wondering. I thought you could see it for some reason, but maybe I couldn't. But
no,
that's fine.
look her.
I refresh and there is nothing, so...
No, can't see it.
Yeah, that's okay. Meanwhile, Joe, in all this, Trixie's getting back up to this group once again. 6/10 behind Charlie. Of course, the difference is now he's on fresh mediums, and they're on old...
Cam is out! The safety car
is out. Wow. So just when he had cleared DJ Williamson and had nothing to do other than check out to second place, Cam has lost it coming out. Oh, that is turn number 8, I believe.
But he's surely set on a set of softs.
Oh, sorry, that's turn 9. So who's coming in then? Martin Bell. Oh, wow. Oh, Martin Bell was past the pit lane, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hello. Oh, this is gonna be cruel. Everyone's going to be in for softs, and Martin Bell's going to have no chance to defend this, surely. Now, hold on. Actually, no, scratch that. He can... Oh, it depends, though. How quickly can this safety car get round is the question. If they can do it, he might be okay. He might survive. He might get back in. He might do some overtaking, but he's got such a gap that he might be able to get back round before the pack catches the safety car.
Conti's on mediums. Charlie's on mediums. No.
Maybe they had no. Maybe they thought they had.
Nicky didn't pit either.
I'm just looking at the comments. Yeah, we saw. What we don't know is how you hit the wall. If you just lost it, or is there an incident? I caught the bit at the end where the wheel just popped off. the other bit in between it, the how we got there is the bit I still don't know about. So where are they then? Yeah, I think because they have I think Martin Bell should be okay. Sygate's carried on here as well on 15 lap hards. So Nicky then, yeah, it's worked out well for Nicky to be fair.
It's a bold strategy for Sega. I think should pick.
I think he should too. So Martin Bell does come into the pits then. Passes the safety car in the process. Yeah, this will work out just fine.
Sega says out. Oh, it's a bold. He's seen his name in lights. That is a bold move from
I think actually
Sega.
Martin Bell's going to come out behind these guys, but at least be on the same compound of tyre, whereas if he was out the front and had only hards on, everyone would have eaten him. So he has got the pace, but he's got to... I feel bad because he's been in auto control.
Yes, yeah.
And out of his control comes the safety car. He's already passed the pit lane. And boom, there's the result. He's back down to 5th. So what this also means, Joe, is penalties become very, very, very important now. Because this is lap 30. This is a pretty late safety car as well. It's probably one of the later ones I've seen. No one's going to pull out 10 seconds on someone. Everyone's going to be pretty close.
It's quite interesting. Just had a quick look.
Penalties are going to be a huge factor coming to the end of this race. We know Nicky has at least 3.
And there you go.
5-second collision for... Sorry, a 5-second penalty for a collision.
Charlie has wing damage.
We're trying to see if Martin Bell has... Oh, so Charlie would have gone to the back of Martin Bell then. Yeah, so that 5-second will be struck off. Because Martin Bell got the penalty, I believe, didn't he?
Yeah.
Would you just double check if Charlie got it as well? I'm assuming Charlie would have got one as well. But maybe it just didn't pop up. So...
Yeah.
He did as well?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to bear that in mind. I assume that will go straight to the stewards. Good lap here of safety car action though. So Sygate, what was it thinking here? Could have pitted with everyone. The only person who couldn't have pit when the safety car was deployed was Martin Bell. Let me actually double check that because I want to make sure I got this right. Just looking at the stream once again. Just looking at back to see where Martin Bell was when the safety car was deployed. If he had any chance to react to it, I suspect not.
No, he was round the corner.
He was just rounding the corner of the pit. He would have just gone by the pit lane. I reckon 3 or 4 seconds earlier, and he would have been able to pit, but he literally just rounded it. So that's unfortunate timing, but that is how it goes in racing. It's fine margins, and his own dominance of this race has sadly backfired on him somewhat.
It has, unfortunately, but sure. Hey,
he has a chance to obviously fight with the rest of these guys. I think everyone's nursing a penalty of some sort in front.
Yeah.
You don't have to look it up.
Okay.
We can leave it as a surprise. I know for sure Nicky is not going to be in contention to win this race, so we can say that pretty much immediately. So 11 runners left, everyone back together again, as we get set for the final 4 laps, including the one-day start after this one, because we assume the safety car is going to come in at the end of this lap. If not, it's going to only make it more interesting. So yeah, I know Charlie's on mediums, I know Connie's on mediums, but maybe they just didn't have any softs left. So would be my guess there. But even still, your used set is only going to be like a quali set used. And for the amount of time that's left, you're probably better off anyways. We'll see. See how that works out. Safety car's in. Sygate's not allowing this one to really escape. So it's going to be a very late restart. Let's see then how this all unfolds. Safety car's into the pits. This is a interesting restart for sure. But he goes. He's actually caught Nicky napping. DJ Williamson's going to be put
and
right
DJ Williamson stormed there. 3 wide. Maybe.
Board with Martin Bell, who's trying to sneak through. DJ Williamson, Nicky side by side. Storm and Martin Bell. Oh, Nicky's into the wall. And, well, we said he was out of contention anyways, but even more so now as Trixie and Charlie side by side. Oh, bit of contact, and Trixie is through into P5, Charlie down to P6 then. But it is Cygate still leads the way, and just like before, Joe, it's amazing how this comes back around. Just like before, they're trying to get by DJ Williamson for second place.
But I think it won't be too far now. DJ Williamson's much quicker than Cygate on 18 laps.
Yeah, you'd imagine this to be the case, but not exactly pushing Cygate through, is he? Which you might expect at this stage, but Storm, I'm sure, is just absolutely sick of that Alfa Romeo, and a dive bomb wouldn't surprise me, Joe, at some stage or another.
No, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
As Charlie and the other Renault of Florian, who we've basically seen nothing of and done nothing in a sense all race long. Very quiet
Martin Bell gets
Florian.
Brilliant exit out of that corner. Oh, he's all over Storm. Overtaken enabled.
Florian is through into P6, but meanwhile, DJ Williamson on the back of Cygate goes defensive. Martin Bell down the inside of Storm as well. Let's see, we get 2 for the price of 1. Bit of contact. No, Cygate's not keeping this one without a fight if he can, but I don't think he can fight this one. DJ Williamson is through. Now Martin Bell go through as well, not quite. So DJ Williamson holds lead of this race, just 3 laps to go.
Oh!
Martin Bell
Cygate with his hard racing.
To be fair, the move isn't on there, as Martin Bell picks up late penalties. Well, this is a bad time to pick up penalties to field this bunch together, and has to be careful because Storm, he's going to go back through Storm. No, he thinks better of it. But as the clouds loom over the Hungary, it's exciting action. I've really no idea which way this is going to go. DJ Williamson's looking in the prime spot now. Cool penalties have cropped up since this restart.
And Cygate is all over the place.
And Martin Bell down the inside, and he moves up into P2. And Storm looking to try and make this one as well, but don't think you're going to walk through against Cygate. That's not going to happen too easily, even on soft tires. But oh no, it's going to end badly. Side by side, just about hugging the inside wall there was Storm. He looks like he's through, and Trixie looking to try and get through on Cygate. Under on the straight there. Not exactly
Cygate
best of etiquette there, but he still keeps that P4. As Trixie then next to try and contest Martin Bell. He's closing on the back of DJ Williamson. DRS is enabled now, of course. And even if Martin Bell makes this move, I'm not sure if DJ Williamson had a second penalty. So may have given up that one in his exuberance to get back to the front after the safety car restart. As Trixie then just trying to get through.
This is some boss, like.
Bad place to be stuck behind someone. It's part of the track. There really is no way through even on good tyres. Here we go then, into the last sector for the penultimate time. As of course Martin Bell will have DRS and Trixie then. Oh, it's very, very close. I just want to keep an eye on the front as DJ Williamson rounds the final corner to begin the final lap of this race. Cygate is not going to be able to hold this one. Martin Bell then, fast lap of the race, and he's closing down the inside. DJ Williamson has not gone defensive in this one, strangely, but Martin Bell is going down the inside, and he is through on DJ Williamson, and Trixie is through as well on Cygate, and his teammate Florian is going to try to take this one as well. Cygate had to leave the space, turns in on Florian, and he is through, and Conti is watching this with a keen interest. Cygate needs to keep it together. This was always the reality that was going to befall him when he elected to stay out on the hards. He was always going to be a duck of some sort through against those soft compound tyres. Here we go then. I think Florian could be I think Florian could end up rising to a podium here. I don't remember if he's got any penalties, but or many penalties, but we'll see. No point guessing. All I know for a fact is that Martin Bell is rounding the penultimate corner. He has been dominant today. The safety car definitely ruined his chances of a race win. Let's see if they still hold up as he crosses the line. He crosses the line first on track is Martin Bell, but DJ Williamson will come across the line to win the Hungarian Grand Prix. Martin Bell second, and
Saigate in second.
Wow. So Saigate jumped up to second. Then we know Martin Bell's got a 5-second penalty, of course, as well in this equation as well. That would likely be moved. Zam all the way. Zam moved up to 4th place in the end. Out of absolutely nowhere. He may have been second last, or maybe 9th or 10th. But Zam moved up to 4th place ahead of Storm in 5th, Trixie 6th, Conti 7th, Florian then actually had a few penalties then in 8th it seemed. Charlie down to 9th, we know he's got a 5-second penalty. Donnelly 10th and Nicky
Jesus.
across the line in
Saigate
11th. Wow.
in second place.
Talk about a surprise there, Joe, at the end.
Oh my god. Definitely driver today. Saigate. Fantastic drive.
Yes, indeed. Wow. So, but DJ Williamson is your winner ahead of Saigate and then Martin Bell in 3rd. Again, he was an unlucky casualty of the safety car, but that's just how racing goes sometimes. Sorry, I was just observing the podium celebrations, but they're done now. And so is this race with your winner. Yeah, this screen will never load. Oh, is it one of these? Cool.
What is it?
I'm just looking at a loading screen.
DJ Wilson in 1st, Saigate in 2nd,
Thank you.
Martin Bell in 3rd, Jam in 4th, TTG Storm in 5th, Trixie in 6th, Conti in 7th, Florian in 8th, 9th was Charlie, 10th was, I don't know.
Donnelly, I think, was 10th. And Nicky was 11th. Well, that was great. I love seeing that result. Hopefully no one requires a screenshot or anything. Anyways,
Yeah.
well, that wasn't too bad, Joe. We had a low turnout, but that was a good race.
That was one of the best races I think of this season so far.
Wow. Yeah, you're probably right. Even before the safety car, it was pretty decent for Hungary standards.
No, well done, Division 4. Give yourself a clap in the back.
Yeah, good showing. And thank you very much for it. Joe, would you like to tell everyone what is next on the calendar?
Next on the calendar is Monza, Italy. Hopefully a good turnout next week. Will the Ferrari boys bring it home for the Tifosi? Find out next week at 8 o'clock. From me, myself, and I, and Graham. Goodbye.